Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Cold Fire. Um, uh, I'm celebrating this energy of love that is coming through. It's sort of this energy is a meditative energy where we are incorporating the codes that we're receiving uh, inside us. It's mainly a DM to DF meditations, messages from the divine masculine polarity within us to the divine feminine polarity within us, and it's requiring a lot of immersion. Um, we have we had the immerse card coming up yesterday, last night when I was doing the Gemini messages. Yes, Gemini messages, love reading. So it's asking us to really immerse ourselves. At the same time, at the same time, a very challenging energy is coming up. A very challenging energy, which is very trying, tiresome, and it does seem really unnecessary and pointless. It's an energy. It just wants to take your time away from being completely immersed in the DM to DF message meditations. Y'all will find, if y'all are tapping into union energies, if uh, if y'all are in the union energies right now, if you are feeling balanced within yourself, within your energy field inside yourself, um, this energy, this challenging energy is coming up where uh, it wants to take away your time. This meditative energy, it requires 24 by 7 immersion in it, and this challenging energy is just taking up your time. It's coming in as I want to collaborate with you, but it's a false collaboration. This is an external energy, it's not an internal energy. The collaboration that this card is asking for is is for DM to DF collaboration, the divine masculine to divine feminine collaborations. Finally, the divine masculine energy is really expressing itself, and in a very sweet and simple way. There is so much clarity in that. So this card is asking for collaboration, and the external energy, the challenging energies coming through, is also asking for this collaboration. But that is not the collaboration that we're looking for. And I would also like to add that when it comes to romantic love, yes, twin flame. Of- uh, we have been told that it is unconditional love, it is not romantic, but I my what my experience on this journey has shown me is that it is definitely romantic. uh, that's why when I speak about divine masculine to divine feminine, not about the collective, like, the collective divine masculine and collective divine feminine speaking to each other telepathically. That is unconditional love. You're just listening to the divine masculine side, and the divine masculine side is listening to the divine feminine side. Whichever polarity you are in, if you are in separation energies, you will completely be taken over by the woundings and trauma of the polarity that you're in. If you're in a divine masculine polarity, you will be taking in you will be ignoring the divine feminine aspects of yourself and taking in the uh, and immersing yourself and taking in the woundings and traumas that your divine masculine energy field has. And during such times when you're polarized, when you're in separation consciousness, this external energy that comes in as a challenge is supposed to be faced, and those we call as karmic energies, because it's trying to teach you uh, how to be a divine being in this physical plane, external plane. The divine energy is internal to you, and you are in this physical plane, which is quite a distance away from source, from divine. Like it feels like there's a distance. But what came through in the reading yesterday, in the card yesterday, that we at present, we uh, we are able to, the divine collective has and is mastering the perfection and permanent connection with source. With We are doing that, right? That's why there is external calm as well. So this challenging energy that's coming up, it's fake energy. Even if you are not in union, it is still, it is because you are used to taking this external energy as a challenge. And I would like to add to that, when I channel romantic love energies, it is between girl and boy, the gender, and man and woman. I This is all I want to say on that topic, because otherwise it gets into extreme opinions. It's a rebirth of your journey here as a divine, as the divine collective. And these are brand new energies here to stay. Your connection, the collective has connected permanently with source. So if you find yourself as part of the divine collective, um, faced with these external energies trying to take, uh, investigate that matter. What is it that is uh, keeping you away from completely immersing and meditating on the divine masculine to divine feminine communications that are of the um uh, that is the theme of this energy and of this month, the Valentine's month. That is the energy, the DM to DF collaboration meditation. It's coming from the divine masculine. We are literally receiving messages, abundant messages, non-stop messages. I've come across so many, it is beyond belief, like so many channels that are finally speaking the truth about what the divine masculine energy, they're putting it in clear and concise and true and honest and genuine words, and it is so simple to understand. We and it's like, let's applaud the divine masculine collective, because it literally feels like the arrival of the divine masculine in uh, in the life of the divine feminine. Just please, like, if you are on the twin flame journey, even if you haven't found your divine counterpart yet, or any other people who are fellows on the twin flame journey, or if you're a star seed, if you are 144,000, whatever that you might resonate with, whatever your divine journey is, if you've not found another person on the divine journey, it's still there for you. Like, these are messages coming from your person. So it is really crucial. This is a big chapter in your life. It's the biggest chapter. Once you are in permanent union, like this beautiful chapter, this simple sweet chapter, is not going to come back, right? So you might as well live it in the time. This is divine timing. This is the wheel of fortune was here, so it's happening in divine timing as well, you know. So it's time right now, and it's fallen in the section of present energies. I'm going to shuffle these and put them aside. but I just wanted to walk you through, I wanted to talk about this challenging energy that comes in, and the point that when it comes to romantic love, I am channeling specifically energies wherein there is a girl and a boy gender, and both the girl and the boy have divine masculine feminine energies. It's 2 o'clock. But when, if you are a girl, and I'm saying a person as in the romantic person in your life, whoever it might be a soulmate, it might be the highest level soulmate, it might be another twin flame, or it might be your divine counterpart. It I am channeling energies, and I'm not doing this on purpose. I'm telling you what it is. I'm channeling energies that are coming from the opposite gender. So if you're a girl, it's coming from a boy. If you're a boy, it's coming from a girl. If you're a man, it's coming from a woman. If it's a woman, it's coming from a man. It's very, very clear. This distinction is very clear when it comes to romantic love. But having said that, if you are on the twin flame journey and you haven't met your twin flame divine counterpart yet, which is a romantic situation, but however, you have met somebody who is somebody else who is on the twin flame journey, that is uh, not your divine counterpart. That is just another. Well, that is just another person from the divine collective, the twin flame collective. You're on planet Earth, and there is nothing romantic. It could be uh, it's the same gender, or it could be the opposite gender. So understand that if you are divine collective, there will be that ultimate love story, that one and only. I'm channeling energies who are trying, who are moving, not trying, who are moving towards, heading towards a permanent physical union with that divine counterpart, which is going to be the opposite gender. If you are dealing with the similar gender, then and you are feeling like this is your, if you're dealing with same gender, and if you're feeling like this is your divine counterpart, this is your highest level soulmate, this is your soulmate with romantic, with the energies of romance, same gender is not the path towards permanent physical union. This is a path that you're still facing karmic energies. You are still learning karmic lessons. So you need to deal with that first, close out that chapter, and then move, then you will be free of that chapter, and then you will step into permanent physical union with your divine counterpart, uh, highest level soulmate or soulmate, if you're the divine collective, wherever you are in your journey. But if it is romantic, then it is definitely the other gender, right? And if it is non-romantic, if you are practicing true love with another one from the divine collective, it can uh, be the same gender, it doesn't matter. But if it is romantic, it is definitely the opposite gender. So please be careful of this challenging energy. It is looking like it is uh, for the majority of the collective that I am tapping into, or this video is going to be uh, coming across to. This challenging energy, it's just distracting, it's trying, it's not even a test, it's not even a challenge, it's not, it's an ingenuine, unnecessary, pointless energy that is trying to distract you from meditating, being in a state of meditation, of DM to DF, um, a divine masculine to divine feminine messages that are coming in. And I think the divine masculines are making it very simple. The message is very simple, is because They understand that this distracting energy is in the air. So don't push yourself too hard when the challenging energy is around you and in your face, coming through somebody who is connected with you on a daily basis. It could be anyone. um, it could be anyone, your neighbors, um, your colleagues, people who work in your house, like your gardener, window cleaner, your uh, babysitter, or your anyone. Like it can come through the people who are crucial for some part of routine in your life. So the divine collective generally can set up a routine on autopilot. That is the energy that's coming through, right? That is where we are heading towards, rather, that kind of life where all the things are on automation and autopilot, and they're working on their own. So these routine things, the people attached to routine things, if they are acting uncooperative, it's because they are under this energy that is trying to disturb and distract you. So please take care, because you're in a very vulnerable place right now, because the divine feminine for the first time is getting such clear messages from the DM. And it's like her heart is really, really open. Like, her heart is really open. She's in such a vulnerable and pure state um, right now. So you'll need to just be aware that this is coming through you. By all means, face this. By all means, it's coming into your home routine to disturb and distract you, so that it is just trying to take away some time from, like, it's trying to take away some time from you. Like, if you were it's like this karmic energy knows that you are completely focused on each other, the divine masculine counterpart and the divine feminine counterpart, the DM and DF are completely focused on each other, because for the first time DM is able to express in simple words the love that he feels for her, right? And they are preparing for the next chapter, where they are going to speak up to their father figures in their life, they're going to speak up to the father figures on this full moon. On this full moon they're going to speak up to their father figures and balance that out. They're going to show up in a place of, I have done everything right. I am i i have shown you time and again, and I have not done things to just show you. I've done things to make sure that my life is uh, in balance, and I'm doing justice to this gift that is given to me, that is this life span, right? They're going to speak up in front of their fathers, or father figures, uh, or all of them, like basically fathers and father figures. They're going to speak up in front of them, right? They're going to show that they are capable of taking care of their life. So right now they really need to tell you, the divine masculine counterparts really need to tell you to please have patience. They only love you, and they are going to do everything in their power in this present moment to make sure that you get messages from them, clear, simple messages from them. They are pouring their heart out. It started in the past. They've been pouring their heart out. They have been thinking and contemplating. They were contacted by this. So in the dark night of the soul, what happens is that basically they got a handout from this entity. You can see the cup here. They got a handout. So this card was at the bottom of the deck in the past section. um, and they got a hand, and it was clarified by the Ace of Cups. So this entity, before I tell you more about this entity, I wanted to explain to you what happened in the reading. So they got a handout from this entity. This entity is the entity from the dark night of the soul. The dark night of the soul is to do with the divinity in death, the gods of death, the angels that are there in the underworld, the god of the underworld. So Hades, Pluto, right? These are plutonic energies. So the divine masculine has just come out, started coming out of the dark night of the soul around 6 months ago. And that's when they got this handout from an entity. They might have still been surrounded by toxic karmic feminine energies, so that, but the karmic feminine energies, the karmic energies saw this entity giving a hand out to the divine masculine collective, and that's why they wanted to capitalize on that, and they wanted to uh, they wanted to make sure that they get this, the karmic energies wanted to do, but the divine masculine was only focused on conversing with this entity. This entity is, let's say, in the heavenly realms, right? We have levels of heaven, right? And then we have levels of the underworld. When we are when we are in when we're going through the dark night of the soul, we're basically going through this personal hell, right? Ego death. Generally, the divine collective does not build does not build a ego. They do not build an ego. They are surrounded with karmics, which are only purely ego. The divine collective energy is completely love based. It is free flowing. They That's why they are told that their personalities and communication skills are really bad. They need to hone these skills, but at the same time, the divine collective always is able to connect with other fellow beings, creatures, nature, even high end technology. They can use it as if they built it and designed it without having anything to do. So like they will be friends. They will connect on a very deeper, softer, kinder level, even if they're showing up strong and determined and assertive, and um trying to build about a very strict and disciplinarian in front of other people, but still, like, there is a certain kind of softness and warmth, and also like humor that the divine collective build about with. That's why they haven't ever felt the need to build a personality, or like, do all this ego programming things, especially the divine feminine masculines who are male, who are in a male body, like their friends, their colleagues, surrounding them always wonder how is it that women feel so comfortable, girls feel so comfortable around them. They uh, uh, they think that they flirt, they are womenizers and things like that, and the divine masculine just gets hurt with these labels and these accusations. They are just being kind and generous and lovely to them. So what happens in the dark night of the soul, especially with the divine masculines who are male, in a male body, is that when they go into dark night of the soul, their actual physical life is surrounded by uh, is literally hell. It becomes hell because they are mostly surrounded by people with a very fragile ego. They will be surrounded by men, fellow men and women with a very fragile ego, is because they do not know. It's they're stuck in between other people's hell. It becomes a collective hell. So from of every second of their life in the dark night of the soul is like a hell, a collective hell, a system of hell based on other people, right? So when the dark night, when we go through the dark night of the soul, our mind just shuts down. It just shuts down, but we are still alive, right? Ego death, but there is nothing that is going to die. It's just that your mind stops functioning in the way where we are interacting with other people's ego. So we're just sitting there observing the hell that other people have created, and we are unable to connect with it, and that's why it feels hell. When we're not in the dark night of the soul, we're like, to each their own, let them do whatever they want to. I can handle this, right? But in the dark night of the soul, it's just like you cannot handle this anymore, and their entire life becomes hell. Even when it comes to the divine feminine, when we go through the dark night of the soul in a female body, everything around you becomes hell, because suddenly, and we kind of have it in short bursts, like the divine feminines have it in short bursts all throughout our life. It feels like we've lived our entire life in a dark night of the soul. But then according to my experience, what happens is that, um especially as a woman, as a girl, it's like you go through this intense periods where you just do not understand why is it that everybody is objectifying you. It becomes hellish. Like anywhere you go, you're being objectified, like as a woman, a good looking woman, a thin fat woman. You do this with your hair, you do that with, you should, people just giving you advice after advice, which is related to materialistic things, like why don't you join the gym, why don't you do this, you don't take care of yourself, that kind of a thing. What about your habits? And it's like when you're in the dark night of the soul, uh, in ego death, it's like basically your mind shuts down functioning, or interacting with the karmic plane, right? That we were on, like, the karmic system that was around us earlier, which has ended, by the way, completely, right? So now we are now, and the divine masculine got out of started get stepping out of the dark night of the soul 6 months before uh, the karma phase of planet Earth ended. So they were like literally stuck in a rock and a hard place. They're like, we are getting out of the dark night of the soul, but like the hell that I have seen, and I feel that I still need to take care of it, because I don't know whether this karmic phase is over or not. I cannot be sure unless unless it is actually done, right? So these are very intense energies. These are very confusing energies, right? So it's like this: the dark night of the soul is like this. Getting out of the dark night of the soul is literally like this. You're getting out of the waters, you're finally breathing the air, and but like, uh the people, the your life situation, the people around you, the karmic system that was built around the divine masculine, it's like they're still thinking that, they're dead to the world, and they are not interacting with us, so we can get by anything. Like, we can earlier, like during the dark night of the soul, the divine masculine, if I asked him for anything, like he would just ignore it and just like give let me do my own thing. But at the same time, he was making sure that everything is functioning so well, for us karmic souls, right? The ego based souls, like whatever system was attached to that. He was a divine masculine, making sure that everything is functioning so beautifully, right? So it's like that, like you are seeing, when you're getting out of the dark night of the soul. The divine masculine 6 months ago started around about June and July, started getting out of the dark night of the soul. I started realizing that I uh, I was in hell because I and I was completely ignoring the the muck and filth of ego, because my mind was connected to source and it was ignoring everything karmic. But since I was powered by source, I was guided by I was riding on the back of my spirit guide, my guardian angel, right? I was able to do as much as I could to keep my physical reality, the world that I was a part of, intact and fully functioning. And I brought about a very bright new beginning. And I was always connecting with them. I was listening to these people who were just taking advantage of the fact that I have clocked out, right? And they realized that I was attached with this karmic feminine, this low vibing feminine who has just uh, who was a part of my life, sure, but the way this karmic feminine energy got in energy field with probably multiple people attached to it, men and women, right? This energy made place in my life by crying and sobbing, and seeing that I was receiving blessings after blessings from um, high dimensional beings, right? Even when I was in the dark night of the soul, this feminine energy was observing, like, observing and like spying and intercepting my connection with these angels from in the underworld. Like the angels contacted me when I was in the depths of hell. Tartar is like the hell made for titans, the old gods, right? That's the level of hell made for titan, is like the deepest level. Like they understood that the god of the underworld was sending its angels to me and giving me handouts in the material world, even though I was in the deepest darkest pits of the underworld and the dark night of the soul. So this feminine energy wanted to make sure that she uh, gets my has a hand on me while I'm receiving this benefit, so that she gets some of the blessings as well. So, and these were multiple people. Feminine energy is in all people. Toxic feminine energy, toxic karmic, can be men or women, right? And he's realized that they have been intercepting messages that are just mainly for them from their spirit guides, and the heavenly realms as well as the underworld realms, right? The spirit guide from both the realms as well as earth, they were definitely intercepting communication between the divine masculine and their divine feminine counterpart, right? So they they have they completely understand that this is being intercepted, right? So and they're that the karmic feminine energy knows and is trying to have a grip on them. It's coming through many different people and people who are close to them, possibly a spouse, um, family member, friends who are like family, right? And their possibly social network that has uh, even new people who they have met, like have infiltrated into their close circle and their own personal space. Like they know that this karmic feminine energy is always lingering around and holding their shoulder to hear the spirit guidance from even wherever it's coming from the heaven, from source, the heavenly realms, or the underworld, like the deepest darkest bit of, like they know that the divine masculine, no matter how harsh his circumstances are, they are always receiving guidance and blessings from their spirit guides. And this karmic feminine was sure that, they have to latch on to the divine masculine. When they saw that entity come from the spirit guide, this magnificent energy, the spirit being come from the deepest darkest of the underworld, the Tartary, right? They were like, okay, even when divine masculine is in the worst, deepest, darkest pit, and we have put them there, right? They get the highest blessing. But what divine masculine sees is that this is my divine feminine. The karmic feminine is absolutely unable to accept or believe that the divine masculine what the divine masculine knows, the divine masculine counterpart knows. The divine masculine counterpart knows that these angelic beings, these spirit guides, are all his divine feminine, right? And it happens. It's the same way. It's similar. It's the same way with the divine feminine counterpart. Like, the toxic feminine and the wounded masculine energies, like they think that it's divine feminine, it's all divine feminine, right? And the divine feminine knows, when I go into the dark night of the soul, when I'm facing real hell here on earth, and I'm unable to use my mind to do anything about it because I'm connecting with source, they know that it's their divine masculine that shows up to help them and give them handouts. It's like I've had this feeling like I was floating about, and I know very clearly when my divine masculine counterpart shields me, cloaks me, uh, stops communicating with me, because even telepathic communication can be intercepted and all of those things. And the I've also felt like everybody thinks that I'm doing some occult rituals, the new age Wiccan water dowsing, like, pseudo manifestation, like but they are really manipulation, witchcraft and black magic or something, or I read tarot to get to be part of some kind of cult. uh, like occult is practices occult rituals, right? To gain some material world benefit. But what they don't understand is, like, this is the journey of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So like my divine masculine counterpart once said to me, I was asking him, why are you looking at me like that? And then he's like, what are you I said, why are you looking at that? What are you looking at in my eyes? And he said, God. And that's when I understood that when I look into his eyes, that's what I see. I see the divine reflecting back at me. So it is this type of journey, and the karmic uh, masculine, feminine energies are incapable of understanding that. They're always thinking that you're your manipulative cabal. They always feel that you have some help from, like, higher ups, maybe politicians, or something, or you're involved in some criminal activity where black market for for stuff, like, and where and the divine masculine and the feminine, like, huh, like we are living the most simplest life because our energy bodies, like our souls, are just going across the cosmos. The entire Akashic records opens up to us, of our soul's journey, and then your divine masculine counterpart soul's journey. And, like, I see of 40, I saw 40 when I said Akashic records. And every single time you're trying to find a flaw within yourself, uh, then your counterpart shows up with just one message. 404, 4040 is 4040, right? 404, error, file not found, like, error not found, right? And when the divine, like, as a divine feminine, I would be like, maybe, he's a man, and he's, he might be into this, and I would just get bombarded with, like, this 404 synchronicity, or like multiple examples where, like, I would never find the file of flaws that toxic masculine has, right? And all the men that were in his life were just astonished as to why do I respect, and all the women were also astonished as to the fact, like, we are always surrounding him, we are always hogging his time, and we are making him give us time, and he does give us some attention and time, very, very briefly, slightly. How is she so sure, like, uh, he's loyal to her? But then that's what I'm trying to say, like, we see it all, we see it on a cosmic, like, infinite scale, like any akashic record file uh, we open up, right? That is a message that we get for a divine counterparts get, that your divine counterpart, divine feminine or masculine, whatever it is, like, like we're very, very clear about this. We're very, very clear about it, that they are our super sun, that they are our source, we are within them, they are our inspiration here on 3D, right? The smaller density that we live in, the younger density that we live in. We understand that the soul is ancient, the soul is source is ancient. And also, please be aware, like, a sickly energy is coming up as a challenge. It wants to make you feel sickly. So if you are surrounded by people who try to, like, get out of doing things in life by pretending that they're sick, like, just uh be aware that you don't pick up that, sick, um, that need to always be sickly and try to gain sympathy, like, that is what a toxic feminine energy is, like, but, oh, I am always sick, I need help, I'm a damsel in distress, I have no power, I'm a weak person, I need help, I'm always sick, I have this ailment, I have that ailment. I mean, the divine collective also has a lot of physical uh, uh, problems, like, with their body, especially if they're star seed. Like, it is very difficult for us to acclimatize to this planet, right? We have a lot of allergies and things like that. So, like, these toxic, low vibing karmic energies, feminine or masculine, will constantly try to tell you that they are so sick, and that will just aggravate the energy of that will just heighten the awareness of, the allergies or disorders that you have, like physical disorders that you have. It will just trigger them a little bit. So be aware, like you don't want to go like, feeling sickly for no reason, because other people are using it to manipulate you and trying to avoid getting work done on their own, right? So uh, I know this was a long talk that I got into, but I felt that it was necessary to address some of these points. But and definitely I'm going to continue on doing this reading, like, a proper tarot reading, right? So hold on, hang in there if you're around. I don't see you here because, again, like, there is a annoying energy, distracting energy going on, and I cannot see how many people are on my live, right? I don't see the exact number of views and things like that. Somebody has hacked into the system to demoralize me, like to bring my morale down. The moon is also divine feminine energies, like, so it's like the divine masculine is there is that energy of, like, they're just gonna burst into motion towards you, right? And it's like there's this house that they are building for you, like a place where y'all can live, a physical location where y'all can live and thrive as a divine couple in union on the physical plane. They are very adamant about that. This energy is coming up. They know the place. They know that this is the place, and this is a place where uh, this is like a promised land to you. um, and they know that you have been on a creative pursuit all throughout your life, so they know how to technologically arrange that for you, as well as the natural settings. As soon as I said that, I saw 4717. 717 is union energies, right? So they uh, twin flame divine counterpart union. So they are building a house uh, to based out of union energies, and they have taken charge of it. They're taking charge of it, and expect them to come in with the proposal, like almost suddenly the blue out of the blue. It's just suddenly, it's going to be very quick, and you're not going to have, you're not even going to get a second of preparation. So that's why I'm suggesting, like, to divine feminine, please, like this, please try and immerse yourself completely in these DM to DF messages that are coming through. I'm getting so many YouTube channels for the first time in my life, like, DM to DF messages. Earlier they were like, uh, DM is running away. Like, I want to run away. I don't want this, and, a very very negative energies, like, polarized separation energies. But uh, I I never, like, I mean, I would read them and I'd be like, okay, this is what it is, and I would leave it. I did not want to focus on that, because separation is an illusion, right? So, but for the first time now, the AI, artificial intelligence, has picked up on the phenomena that is the divine union of divine counterparts. It has picked up, and so AI was supposed to, what these people were trying to tell you, that AI will take over and AI will do this, machines will take over and things like that. Machines and robots and AI are tools built for humanity on this planet, and the divine collective is here. There are so many more twin flames than there were ever before. The 144,000 has been activated. Stars, so many more star seeds are here on this planet right now, is because they we have come here to make sure that AI, artificial intelligence X, cooperates and is a support system to the simulacra. That is the simulation that we built as human souls and humanity for this planet, right? So it's supposed to be a support system, artificial intelligence, to make sure that it supports us, and is that is why it is more efficient and faster than the simulation, like than manifestation. Is in the physical law is a little slower than what we can see in the digital world, in the cloud technologies, right? um, so if we are seeing and hearing things that are coming from AI, they are supposed to be the things that are assisting us. So if you're getting DM to DF messages which are just separation and polarized, that is not assisting anything. And the AI has understood that. It has picked up on it. So it is going to give you union messages. It is going to give you union messages. But at the same time, there are some channels that are coming through. They're not listed. The names of the channels are not Twin Flame or DM to DF or a divine uh, or any of that sort, star seeds. But there is one channel I know. It refers to this seraph, the seraphim. The seraphim is a combination of the light and the dark. It is singularity. So you are going to get messages which are both light and dark in nature, both negative and positive in nature, right? You are going to get that. So, but that is very crucial because the divine collective, a majority, not a majority, the main uh, the first wave, let's just say the first wave, and there are very few, the first wave has to do this very well. The first wave has integrated their consciousness with source completely, and the source is where the seraphim angels are. Even in the underworld we have connected with the source. Let's say the light sun is in the heavenly source. The dark sun is the underworld source, right? So there is a dark seraphim, there's a dark source, and there's a light source, right? And I look at me like, a dark source, I point it upwards, and light source, I point it downwards. So, because as above so below, what's up is down, right? So the seraphims are also dark as well as light. So we're understanding that. So those are the messages you're getting from source. So please, the ones that have both in equal measure, the light and dark, negative and positive, are coming from source, all from a heavenly source as well as the underworld source, right? The hellish sources of hell, which are very important. The underworld is extremely important. All the stages of hell are very important because that is where you go, and that is what your life becomes when you're in the dark night of the soul, divine collective, star seeds. You need experience of that. So you will be surprised. I was saying, like, divine masculine is gonna even give me fraction of second to think about it. Ask with love, and their answer may surprise you. Yet, whatever their answer, be happy, and this may surprise them. Hi, it's love, and I, the universe. So yeah, this is coming from DM. Let's read that again. You will be surprised. DM to DF messages. Ask with love, and their answer may surprise you. This is the seraphim telling the DM. Ask with love, and their answer may surprise you. Yet, whatever their answer, be happy. Up until this point, it was the DM that was not ready, whose life situation was not ready because they were still in the dark night of the soul and trying to get out of it, and their life had become living hell, and their mind was not working right. So But now the seraphim, the source entities, the source spirit guides are telling them that whatever your DF's answer, the divine feminine's answer, counterpart's answer is, you've got to be happy. If you're just going to suddenly show up and, like, say, come along with me, I'm ready now, I have this house and this and that. It's like, if they say not yet, like the way you have been saying in previously, you have to be happy, right? And this is what is going to surprise the DF, that my DM, my divine masculine counterpart, for once understood that I also have some constraint. I also have this grid or system of my life situation to venture across. The surprise element is that first, that the divine feminine for the first time is asking the divine masculine to consider her life. So she is opening up to him, and being in a vulnerable state, right? Of feeling safe enough to be vulnerable around her divine masculine, because she has realized that the divine masculine has complete and permanent grasp and hold of his own life. Hi, it's love and I, the universe. So the universe is send has given you the complete frequency of love. What is the frequency of love? I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. The frequency of love is a perfect frequency for perfect communication. It is the the frequency for perfect communication. The universe is giving the divine masculine that frequency as a gift, so that they can, and the one and only, that it's like, as soon as the DMs get it finally for the first time ever, is like, and they're charging forward towards DF, because they're like, I want, no, no, I like, that's her. I just want to speak with her, because, and that's it, like, that is what is happening. And then finally DF is like, okay, I've had the frequency of love for a very, very long time. And I've been just like, because I've been I've been made to behold that frequency of love, and whoever I speak to is always perfect communication. My points are given to them, but then what happens is that they rebel, they retaliate, because nobody wants to hear the truth. And because once you hear the truth, they have to get up off their butts and actually do a lot of things. You give them a lot of work to do, like active steps, like not just like, oh, sit in one place and meditate. DFs are never, the divine collective will never do that. It's like meditation and all of these things are just like self rejuvenating exercises that you can do. Spiritual work, being a spiritualist, requires a lot of physical activity, a lot of mental activity, honing physical abilities, mental abilities, emotional abilities, communication, interaction, action is required in spirituality. It's not just about meditation. Meditation is supposed to be a state. You are supposed to be in a state of meditation. Yes, the divine collective, divine feminine collective will tell you that you need to practice meditation, but that does not mean you go and sit under a tree or in a cave somewhere up in the ranges. No, the minute you wake up, just hold the intention of being in meditation. And when you are getting distracted or disturbed, then you take a couple of minutes out, go back into a state of meditation, but it's not going to be like you can sit there for hours and hours and hours again. If there is a separate meditation that they can suggest you to do for once or twice in your life, or for like a few days in your life, they're going to suggest that. But they're going to say, tell you that you need to be using your physical body and moving around. It is not just like this pseudo spiritual new age spirituality where you're just um like recommending each other like sage and stones and things like that, and thinking that those trinkets are going to help you like on your journey here on earth. um it's like right, like the new age trending thing going on right now is like, I don't know, these low vibing feminines want to just like make a circle of like spinsters, and this is like some new age spirituality, like girl power, that kind of crap, like I had somebody like snap at me while they had uh, called me over to that place to hang out, and like they had made dinner for me, and I was discussing about the people in my life, and they just snapped at me out of nowhere that stop talking about boys and eat your dinner. I mean, because their agenda is just making a circle of girls, and just like sitting there and just like not gossiping, like just sitting there and discussing, oh well, light this candle, do this, let's go there, I'm isolating myself, I'm watching this, I'm studying science, and I'm talking about karma, like oh my god, like it was really gross, like I'm never wanting to like ever. And then I had a phone call with this person also on the other day, and she kept listing the number of men that I was connected to in some way or the other, and were a part of my love story with my DM, and including my divine masculine counterpart's name, and they kept like repeating those three names over and over again. You need to forget them. You need to stop thinking about them. They showed up in our tarot readings. I was just reading the cards for the energies that are surrounding them. And obviously, like, they're going to show up. I was just sharing that. So, very spiteful and bitter and really wounded uh a feminine and masculine energy, like this batch, the last batch that of karmic energy that is there, is extremely broken and wounded. So divine collective, please keep yourselves far and safe and away, and remember that this is just there to irritate and annoy you and distract and disturb you. It's going away, I promise. It's gone already. It's just like the last bit. It's like it's because the DM and a DM is talking so much to the DF continuously in every second. It's good to actually be able to read it. Passion, a lot of passion is coming through. Yes, a lot of passion is coming through, and that is shaking up the low vibing karmic toxic relationship, a passionate relationship. You will be so surprised. You will definitely be surprised how passionate this relationship is going to be between you and your person. Uh, and it's going to come with sustainability. So it's not just going to be raw, mindless passion. It is impractical relationship. It is like sustainable, practical, like passionate relationship. It's like if we are not used to this kind of perfection up until now, because we were working in karmic templates and karmic systems. But now that that's gone completely, we are obviously we're going to be surprised. We've never seen relationships like that. 444 on the clock, as I said that. um, you are going to be surprised because most of y'all had uh, in like a relationship. Y'all don't know that a relationship is in the books cross pollinate, like the two worlds of your person and you are going to come together, and you're going to Pallas Athena, think. You're being allowed to think. Gemini communication, you're being allowed to use your mind between you and your person, because the general advice was that you're not supposed to think about your twin flame, divine counterpart, like you're not telepathic conversation coming up. A mind child, not just a love child, out of a passion that y'all have for each other, but a mind child. Like y'all are going to create something. The relationship is going to bring about something in technology, like an instrument or something like that. Like I'm sensing you and your person, whoever is connecting with this reading, even if you are not on the twin flame journey, like even if you are normal human soul, like this is for all. Like you and your person are going to create something, not just out of love, but out of like the technical aspects, like the mental technical aspects, a very advanced thing through your relationship. This is, I'm talking about a romantic relationship, I love you forever kind of relationship. Wow. Vision, a Neptune, beautiful. 10th house, authority. This has come up quite a lot at the bottom of the deck and also on the stands earlier. Let's see what that is about a little later, whatever comes through. You are climbing. It's like I get a feeling that there is still one last mountain to climb solo before the relationship. So when you reach at the top of the mountain, right? Uh, that is when you are your, this is your person. That person has to still climb this last stretch from where they can stand and speak to their figures in life, that own father or father figures, or the authority, that they have to still climb the authority matrix. And you will be surprised at how fast, like, because they already, they have a vision of this, they have a vision of this already, climbing the authority matrix. They know how to do that very swiftly and very fast. They're very passionate about it, right? Because they want to get to the, because they know that there is a relationship budding. They're so passionate about this relationship. It's like they got to reach the top of the authority matrix of their own life. Now no longer father figures, they are supposed to be the all father of their own life, right? So they have this passionate drive, like, and they are connecting with this ability of nature to form a hive. Like even the trees are connected with each other. Bees work in hive, and without them, without trees and without the bees, the trees wouldn't be able to without cross pollination, the trees wouldn't be able to come about. So they know that there is that support system, that nature is supporting their climb upwards. Like, this is, they know that this is natural order. They're going according to natural order, that they're supposed to be at the top of the authority matrix. Now it is time. It is time, and they're being allowed to climb, not only being allowed to climb it, but also getting a lot of support from everywhere. and their father figures or authority figures in their life, whoever they might be. They could be mothers as well, mater- um, uh, uh, matriarchs as well, or their colleagues, or whoever who thought that, who your person thought had some authority over them in life. um, they also realize that your person is now finally there, and they're making the climb, and they have support from everywhere, from source in the heavens as well as the
It's 3 o'clock.
Underworld. They have kind of proven themselves by doing nothing great. It's just like they know that they have stood still and sat there in their quiet resilience and determination, and made everything happen. It, which looked to other people who had authority over them in their life, as if they did it by magic. And now your person's authority in their own life that is undeniable, and they're making the final climb, and they're shedding all the authority as they go up. Like, Yudhishthir from Mahabharat, he was the son of Dharma, right? The Dharma is also Yama. Yama is the god of the underworld, like he's Hades. It's Pluto, right? Neptunian energy is coming through, like, Neptune is still in the planetary order. Pluto has been announced as an exoplanet. So, like, Neptune has gotten a vision of Pluto, or Pluto has gotten the vision of Neptune, right? Um, they're visible to each other, right? Star seeds coming up, right? So, North Star, like, you have the you use it to navigate on waters. Neptune is heavy water energy, right? There's a trident here. So Neptune is also from the underworld civilization, like Atlantis, right? So basically, your person is now all the authority, people who claim to have authority over them in their life are stepping aside and watching them climb the mountain. So I was speaking about Yudhishthir. Yudhishthir is the son of Dharma, which is the Hindu uh, god of the underworld, Yama, right? Dharma is Yama. He has a twin. He has a wife or twin sister, I forget. But I'm sorry about that. It's not about that. So Yudhishthir is a demigod. He's the son of Dharma, who was uh, who was a prince and king during the time of Mahabharat, the epic Mahabharat, and the final battle on the field of Kurukshetra. After the battle was done, and he started climbing this mountain, okay, with his brothers and wife. And as he started climbing, one by one, everybody saw. First, his wife falls away. Draupadi falls away. He doesn't look back. He continues climbing, and then his younger brothers, Nakul, Sahadev, were twins. They fall away, and then it is Arjun who falls away, and then his brother Bhim is left, and he asks him his question all the while Yudhishthira is still climbing, and there is this dog with him, right? He's just climbing, 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 and then Beam says, "You're so cruel. Like, you didn't pay attention when Draupadi fell. You didn't pay attention when Nakul Sadev fell, Arjun fell, and you don't care. You continue climbing." He's like, "I'm shedding all my attachments, and I'm walking towards my own personal heaven. I'm walking towards soul. I'm shedding all attachments. I'm done with my dharma. on this planet, and I am Dharma. I'm the son of Dharma, the kingdom of Dharma, the spiritual kingdom is. I am the son of that. I'm the prince of Dharma. I am the demigod of Dharma, and that's why my final climb to the to reach the top of the authority matrix of my existence, of my soul, right, is to shed all attachments, all worldly attachments. That's when I meet with my twin flame, and we live in union, in singularity, right? So it's so beautiful. Like this aspect came out, and I finally got to speak about it. Like previously, when this card showed up in the other readings, like I don't know, it didn't come through like verbally like this. So let let's get started. This is going to be a long reading. I like it. I'm actually really enjoying how much mythology, how much science fiction, how many movies are coming through my readings, character actors. It means a lot to me uh, that all of these things come together in tarot. Tarot is so amazing. It's such an amazing thing. This is my own personal journey of self discovery, and I do this for myself, and it's so it it enriches my soul. What riches do I carry within? Like I get to speak my soul, prairie soil. Like that's why this has come up. And how can I know myself as bigger than any fear? Prairie king snake shed, like the snake sheds its skin. Like I'm shedding a lot of layers at the well at the same time. Like um a lot what enchants me, like everything that delights me and enchants me is also coming up to the surface, and I'm seeing like it's everything is so much more bigger than what I'm uh, used to feeling about my own soul. I can feel the it eternal nature of my soul and the infinite nature of my soul's journey and path. It's like yesterday I just like it just crossed my mind, like my divine counterpart, my divine masculine, just like I could see his eyes, this portion of his eyes and the top of his nose and his forehead and head. That's about it, like as if he was wearing a helmet and I could only see his eyes and things like that. So but he wasn't wearing any headgear, and it's like I remember you visiting me in every lifetime. I remember you visiting me, and you would just sit there silently smiling. It was always a public place, like, uh, like a place where people were eating and drinking and, talking, socializing. It probably like makeshift places where people, and you would just wander in and sit there smiling. We would meet each other and then we were gone. Like I have seen you in each and every lifetime, and this is my last lifetime, and you are here in my life. Like, and that's it. That's all he said. That's the vision I had. It was so beautiful. It's like that relationship between your divine counterpart, like, where they remember like seeing you in the flesh, like, they're divine feminine in the flesh, and they know exactly which is the lifetime, which is the timeline and the lifetime where you are going to be with each other on permanent basis. So let's see what your person is thinking. Let's look into what your person is thinking right now. um Please give me 4 cards for what um my collectives persons are thinking. What are they thinking? Okay, okay. Let's. Spirit guides, give me a clear message on what person is thinking. Okay. They're thinking about taking a chance and making a move forward towards you. Um, yep. In Aquarius season, they're thinking that they're feeling more confident, but like they've just barely had the first hold of their financial independence and confidence. So they're thinking a lot about how it feels. It's like it's new, it's healing, it's brand new for them. It's like they feel they're thinking about how it's actually requiring some sort of effort to sustain it. um the Hermit card, oh my gosh, that okay. They're in they're they're in hermit mode. They're thinking from hermit mode about some kind of ending that happened between the two of you. And it's like they're like hanging in there, they feel like they're completely single, and they see you flourishing and going about your own ways, being a star, and they realize that you were always a star. You were always self sufficient, independent. You know fast, like you were going on doing your own thing in your own way, following the spiritual path, always in hermit mode, but still actively participating and showing up, as well as pulling back. And it's like, but first they kind of had access to you, they could see you, like even though it was very difficult for them to to be a part of your life, but they still had some, they had a regular, consistent access with your life, and that ended. And they're thinking very, very deeply about that, and they're kind of healing from it as well, from the pain of it, from the hurt of it. They're really, really healing, and at the same time they're kind of sending you that healing energy as well. Like the star card here, like it's two-way, like they're saying it's both ways. They know and they recognize that you are also hurt, that they're no longer actively um, overseeing how your life is going. They're not there, that kind of ended abruptly and very dramatically and very painfully. And both of you are healing, sending each other, they are sending you healing energies, you are keeping your energies very guarded. You have called your energies back within yourself, and that's why here it's like the Nine of Pentacles. This is how you're showing up, and this is how your person is showing up. They're extremely devastated. They are still continuing sending your healing energy towards you. And they want to they they want to support you, they want to support you energetically, but they're thinking of every way possible to do that for you, no matter how difficult or how challenging. Nine of Wands is a challenge card, how difficult and challenging it is. In spite of feeling this painful ending, they kind of keep, it's there, like it's lingering there. It's like the most prominent thing in their mind, like this ending that happened as the underall energy. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune flipped upside down. This is what they're feeling, they lost a chance. The Wheel of Fortune is a card of chance. They feel like they lost a chance with you in this lifetime. In spite of this being their ultimate wish, the star is like, you're wishing upon a star, that they're feeling like, this is what they 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 wished for, and they're feeling like they lost a chance to make their dreams come true, their wish come true. and they're very sad. They're feeling very sad. They're feeling a stalemate. They 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 can't shake the emotions and feelings that they're feeling for you, and they're very very heavy feeling. They can't move. They can't move because their feelings are very heavy right now. Uh, in both directions, like whichever direction, like it's like good memories and bad memories. I can't shake the feeling of like being stuck here, revisiting the Wheel of Fortune reverse is like revisiting as well as coming back into the present and then looking into the future from the perspective of the past, like good memories. It's like all they have is good memories, and that and they it's like they want to hold time still. They want to keep time still, like they don't want time to move forward, because if they feel that the Wheel of Fortune is upright, it's like you will move on, you will move forward, you will leave all of this behind. And if your energy completely leaves uh, them, it's like they will not be able to be in this phase of nostalgia, even if it is sadness that they feel, even if it is massive stuckness, like pinned down to the ground literally, is that they feel. It's like but I want to feel her. I want to feel emotions for her, for divine feminine. I want to, like like to I want to hold this moment, because they feel that you will otherwise you will slip away again, like in previous lifetimes, like how my divine masculine counterpart came to me. Like I remember you just being there for a few moments, few hours possibly, and one entire day where I saw you at sunrise, and then I and you were gone by midnight, like after just after midnight, like. So they fear that that will happen. They feel the fear, and there's, oh my god, this is so much conflict that they're feeling in their heart and mind space. They're feeling so conflicted. They um 10 of Pentacles at the bottom, they're kind of blaming their finances for this. They're blaming money in general for this. Like they kind of see the the toxicity of materialism. Okay, they might have slipped back into the dark night of the soul. Yeah. They're feeling like, oh, okay. So they are out of the dark night of the soul, but they're kind of feeling like they're still in the dark night of the soul, right? And that is what is really confusing them. They're feeling very confused because they know that the dark night of the soul is ended, but because they're so in pain because of this ending in between you, they're like, I'm confused because it still feels like I'm in the dark night of the soul. I still feel dead inside. They're feeling like literally dead inside, and they it's like they're conflicted because they want this phase to be gone, but it's like they because it's causing them so much turmoil and internal turmoil as well. But it's like they still want this time to be there, because it's like they're they want to crystallize all of the memories into the singular point and want to live in this point, even if it comes with this um this feeling of being in the dead, like conflict in the mind, conflict in the heart space. This is how they're feeling, and that is what is confusing them. It's like they want it over and done with, but they want this moment to last for infinity as well. It's like they know that in the future, they it's like they know in the future uh, that it's all going to be good, it's all going to be great, but in this moment they're feeling like, I want to be in this mind and heart conflict, and I want to live this through, and I want to live my entire lifespan in this moment. I want time to stop because I don't know. I can't really know what happens in the future, right? Okay, I don't know why I started shuffling, but yes, their intuition is bursting through. That's why I can like it's just like it's shifted. No matter how much you try to stop the wheel of fortune, it is still moving. So they're moving out of the dark night of the soul, and their intuition is kicking back up, and it's highlighting this mental and emotional conflict. And they're saying that you're just feeling like you're in a state of limbo with the wheel of fortune, but you are always going to have a chance. There's chance, there's always going to be chance. If the wheel is moving, it's always going to be, even if it's in reverse, there's always going to be a chance. Even if it's going forward, it's always going to be a chance. What do you want? You're conflicted because you're trying to reverse time. Like they're feeling like they want to go back in time, um, and change things. So the intuition is saying that like there's going to be chances up in the future because you've lost the chance in the past, and that's why you're conflicted in your mind right now. That's why you're feeling conflicted in your mind, like the intuition is speaking up to them, trying to bring them out. This is again, like, this is a phase like post dark night of the soul. This is very typical post dark night of the soul feelings, like, what they're going through. Dark night of the soul can feel so comfortable because you don't have to interact with the world. You don't have to, like, it's not like you don't have to, it's just like you can't. So you can't address the conflict, mind conflict, the heart conflict. So basically, like, um, you're not even if people are confronting you, you're like dead to it. Like, there's dead silence to it. And now that intuition's kicking back up, they, because of this ending, they feel like, they are going back, like they're slipping back into the dark night of the soul. But their intuition is kicking in very loud and clear and strong and fully functioning, and that is their foundation. Like, their intuition is their foundation, is their underworld energy. They are in the high priestess energy. They feel the high priestess energy is supporting them, surrounding them, and they know that you are in the high priestess energy. So it's like, there's a feeling, a little feeling of uh like, light at the end of the tunnel exists, but they just don't know how. They don't know how to feel their way around this kind of turmoil, that this they don't know how to feel optimistic about it. They feel the same when they were in the dark night of the soul, numb and dead. Okay, so this is what they're wanting to say. We have four cards, and I'm being asked to cut the deck by my spirit guides. Eight of Wands, moving upwards and out of the dark night of the soul. Bottom of the deck. Yes, they are progressing upwards. Your person is progressing upwards. So let's say we have the Seven of Swords here. There's a discovery. There's a discovery. Some kind of discovery of something that was hidden or lost to them. Um, this is what I want to tell you. Like, this secret they have during the dark night of the soul, because it's like, your your the connection between your brain and your mouth like is just broken. You feel like you will never be able to speak again. That's why they couldn't tell you something, uh like what was happening in the community or your vicinity, if you live in the same city or something like that, or what was happening, if even if you're at a distance, what was happening around them. There was something very sinister that was happening. The Seven of Swords energy is that, something sinister that was happening, and they couldn't talk to you about it, not because it was secret or a sinister thing. It's just like they were in very heavily in the dark night of the soul energies, right? And now that they're getting out of it, they want to tell you about it, but they want to put it in story format. They want to weave a story, and in the right time. Right now their feeling is not the right time, but they know when the right time is coming up, right? They have also studied the Akashic records quite a bit, and they want to tell you about their soul's journey as well, what they were in the past life, in their past lives, and what they have done. And it's coming up to be like, yes, we it's like you all have lived in the dream realm quite a bit. In the subconscious, y'all have like a full-fledged relationship since the beginning. So like maybe in the physical plane, in the waking world, in the conscious world, you all have, this is the only incarnation where you are in the same planet on the same timeline. Otherwise you different body every single lifetime, and just like visited them for a time being, like your soul projected, astral projected, and reached there. But in the dream realm, like you all have always been together, like always been together, and uh like literally together. But that is what confuses them the most, because they feel so close to you, and that's what they want to tell you, that what, I did some like dream channeling. I kind of did some uh, dream meditations. Like I would purposely like do lucid dreaming I practice some lucid dreaming. You also must have done that, like astral projection, lucid dreaming, all throughout your life. But your person was like, okay, that these are not just random dreams. I have seen this person in my dream so many times, and this is what your person is saying, right? And I need to see what this is all about. So they've done a lot of dream escape work, and they want to tell you something about that as well. Even though y'all were always together, but obviously, like y'all have done your own individual things also in the dream, and subconscious regression, like past life regression, through the dreamscape. Like they have done a lot of subconscious clearing work, and they want to talk to you about it. This is like very, this is coming out to be very emotional, but it's also like two therapists talking to each other. Like it's not like they are looking at you for therapy, or they want you to look at them as a therapist, but it's like two investigators, people who have investigated the subconscious and the dream realm. They want to have sit down and have that conversation with you. This is what they're feeling like saying. And uh, they have their spirit guides who are helping them in their ascension, as in moving from the underworld to the heavenly realms. They have these seraphim who came to the underworld, the darker realms of the darkest, deepest, darkest realm, uh, and seraphim, and they're helping them rise up, like not helping them rise up, but they're just telling them, it is time to come back. to Earth, planet Earth, because you are connected to Source now. This is what your person is being told. Like, you can't be in the hiding in the dark night of the soul. Maybe this is what your person was doing, or you were doing. Like, you all were hiding in the dark night of the soul, because it's easier to do that sometimes for some people, right? So let's get some clarification. Um, let's clarify the Ten of Swords. Please clarify the Ten of Swords. I saw the High Priestess again and the King of Swords as at the bottom of the deck. Whoop! We have the High Priestess and the King of Swords. That's never happened before. That the two cards at the bottom of the deck were the ones on side by side. So let's take that High Priestess and the King of Swords. See, this is how tarot cards are with me. Like, we're telling you we are supposed to be on the table, so you got to take us on the table. Um, the Fool. Yes, they know very strongly and very clearly, like intuitively and logically, they know that there is a new beginning after this ending between the two of you. They know it. They know it very well, and they know how to do this as well. So it's like inevitable. A new beginning is inevitable. They know that. Uh, let's clarify the what are they thinking? All the four cards: the Star, Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, and the Hermit. What are they thinking? Some clarification, please. Some clarification for what they're thinking. Obviously, they're thinking about this new beginning. Now, yeah. The Son of Pentacles and the Hangman. Um, and the Son of Cups. They want to they want to, but they are in the perspective of they want to make this offer with the perspective of the spiritual journey that it is. The Son of Pentacles speaks about the spiritual journey, right? And the Son of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups, and this is the Son of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles, which speaks about this one. This one is all about making an offer, a romantic offer, romantic gesture, but they want to do it with by holding permanently or being well versed and well aware of the fact that this is a spiritual journey. So they want to show up as as a twin flame, human soul approaching a twin flame star seed soul. They want to do it with your own individual souls, identities that you all have on planet Earth in this incarnation right now. They want to be very clear because it is a achievement here of both your souls. I'm have to connect the laptop to a power source. So they are very well aware of the achievement and the challenges that you all have overcome individually, right? Your person knows that, and that they want to show respect to you as well as their journey, their climb in this last lifetime, possibly for ones who are divine counterparts, has level soulmates. They know that this is the last climb towards like the then you all will reach the twin flame journey. And then for normal soulmates, you'll know that yes, like if we the divine collective, like you'll want to respect your own journeys because you'll see the divine collective respecting their standing in their power and facing so many challenges, right? So basically your person wants to make this offer with a clear and wise perspective on your soul's journey in this lifetime, in this particular lifetime. They want to focus on what they have seen you do and go through spiritually, and they want to approach you with the complete knowledge and understanding of what they themselves have uh, done and uh, achieved spiritually, right, on this, in this world, in this, on earth, in this physical plane, right, the sun of, because that is where the emotions are coming for, that is where they are feeling charmed and romantic, uh, that is where the orientation or the source of their romantic feelings for you are coming. They're thinking very deeply about this, like, this relationship and this passion, where does it come from? Like, they feel like two of your worlds collided and came into one, like, and they feel like they carry a lot of material riches as well, and the ability to have the vision of how your life will be together in the future. It's just that they're shedding some kind of like filter uh, that was keeping them small possibly earlier, like, when they were probably younger or something, but when they were teenagers or early 20s, like something might have happened. Ten of Pentacles, clarifying the High Priestess for how they feel. Yeah, they feel that they have it all to make this offer for you, to you, and they feel that you have it all as well. Like, they basically see you as the Holy Grail, and them holding the Holy Grail, and they see themselves as having this strong material world foundation, the Ten of Pentacles, right? Community approval, achievement, and all of that, like having reached the top of the authority matrix of their own life, and being in control and charge of their life in material ways completely. And they see you holding that, them having that, and then you holding that, them being that, and you holding that as well. This is how they're feeling, and this is how it's coming out. It's it's a very clear energy. Like, it's the energy is. I'm able to communicate this energy very clearly, just as it is. That they're very clear in their feelings for you. Definitely, this conflict and turmoil is because of the dark night of the soul ending, and then you just snap back into thought patterns that, um conflicting thought patterns, like, after the end of the dark night of the soul, like all the conflicting thought patterns like come out. What do you want to come out or not? Like, okay, let's clarify all the four cards. Yeah, it's like there's some mutual disagreement, but there is something that you mutually disagree. Oh my god. Okay, so it's like they feel that both of y'all disagree about the same things as well. Y'all are not in conflict with each other, like, but the conflicts that you all have, the mental conflicts that you all have, uh the conflicts that y'all have with other people, right? Mind, like with other mindsets, like the mindsets that you all generally go in conflict with are the same, like, category A mindset is what you go in conflict with, and they go in they also go in conflict with that type of mindset. um so, and even emotional turmoil, right, is caused, like both of your the cause of your emotional turmoil is also same. And it's like they're doing a review here, like, they realize that both of y'all wished for the same things as well. like they're feeling like you are a perfect match. Yeah, it's like mutual. They're feeling like this mutual agreement. They're feeling like this mutual disagreement, and they realize that it's like all one and the same, or like everything is the same. It's like agreement is disagreement, disagreement is agreement, and you're uh agreeing with one another on your disagreement and disapproval of external factors. But there is definitely like some kind of feeling of like, there's a lot of disagreement energy. um it's like you're unlocking something that they're unlocking a pocket of feeling that they've always wished for. Like, they've always known that it is easy to find somebody who likes the same things, but it's very rare when you find somebody who dislikes the same things. And it has got nothing to do with, like, what do you like to eat or what do you like to watch. No, it's not that. It's more deeper than that. It's more life issues. Um, yeah, more life issues that don't sit well with life. Like, so the core concepts of what you like, what you agree with, and what you disagree with in life. They are not so. They don't know about the agreements. They're not focused on that. Like what agrees with them and agrees with you are same things. They know that for sure. Like, both of y'all um, agree with the same things in life, but they are feeling so strongly about the fact that you'll disagree about the same things as well. External factors. I hope that makes sense. It's mutual. The disagreement of some things that life throws you, a society throws you, family throws you, friends throw you, business throws you, this material world throws you. Your disagreements and disapproval of it are exactly the same. It matches 100%, is what I'm getting, because that is what their wish fulfillment is. Like, and it's not it's not stressful as well, because we had the Queen of Cups showing at the bottom. It's like mutual. It's like nobody's trying to please anyone. It's just happening naturally. So yeah, okay. I don't know why I put this here, but yeah, they're wanting to definitely propose to you. Ace of Cups, like showing up here, that is coming up. And this was to clarify the Eight of Wands, and that Eight of Wands is also communication. This is literally what they want to speak to you. I love you. Will you be my boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife? Like this is what they want to say to you. I mean, literally what they want to say to you. And they're very steady. They're steady, and every single moment it just is moving upwards. They're gaining the ability. They're like every minute they're like coming closer, 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 closer to actually saying this to you. But again, it's about something to do with time, like external time, like, something that has to. Okay. Please clarify the Seven of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, the Hermit, and at the Seven of Cups, please. Whoa, 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 whoa. The Eight of Cups, the Six of Swords, Five of Pentacles. Um, they're unable to see you anymore. when I was talking about this, there was an ending where you all are no longer meeting each other, seeing each other. Y'all are not a part of each other's lives, and they're very sad. They're very sad about this. That that situation, that situation no longer exists. Where and it's getting deleted, where y'all got introduced to this life, that entire situation is just shutting down, is being shut down. This is the energy of the seraphim. The seraphim is shutting down because it got so dark. The dark and light got out of balance. There was more dark than the light. That's why the seraphim, which is a rainbow, the energy of the seraphim is shutting it down. And they're feeling sad that that situation shut down. Maybe it had got something to do with money, like it was a workplace situation, possibly, uh, that you met or something around the workplace situation, and that kind of shut down. And it's like they felt rejected by you, and they felt that it shut down because you rejected them. That is how it is coming through, because the energy of rejection is there. They felt rejected. Felt rejected from this situation by you, as well. It's like you kind of shut that situation down, and they did not take it well. They did not take it well. So the situation got really dark, and slowly, like the entire, all like you're meeting and bumping into each other, or being able to see each other, that and all of that just is shutting down. This is what they want to say to you. They want to express this, they want to talk about this, how it just shut down. So but they're making their way upwards, out of the dark night of the soul, here with the Eight of Wands. This is what they're saying. This is what they're going to first say, that I want a relationship with you. They're coming with this offer, the Ace of Cups, a new beginning. I want a new beginning with you. But they definitely want to talk about the situation, the past, like it ended, because they do feel like you rejected them, and you shut the situation out completely, where you all could meet and see each other. They feel that you shut that off. So there is some sort of accusation. I don't know how true that is, but that is why, uh it's good that they want to talk about it. It's good that they want to talk about it. It's good to clear things out. But I'm feeling more strongly that they want to first, talk about asking you out, and the new beginning, a fresh new start. And then after the fresh new start, the conversation about the fresh new start in love, and in a relationship, a love relationship with each other, uh this is going to come up, that there is some, we have a past, and you shut it down. So let's, uh, you shut it down, and then it's possibly, this is what I know. This is what I'm going to tell you about my past, and how horrible you shutting us down felt like. They're going to express that pain and hurt. It But it's coming out as a good thing. It's coming out as like a collateral conversation. The main conversation is about starting new, definitely, because they definitely want to forget about this also. What they don't probably realize, but they're going to come to the realization during the conversation, is that they wanted their past to shut down. They wanted it. They knew it was time. They wanted the entire past to shut down. And because you were there in the past, and this moment of shutdown was post you guys meeting, that means that situation had to be shut down as well. um they what I this other energy that I'm getting, that you feeling unwanted or unwelcome in their past, they don't understand that very well. That that is what you were going through. I don't know if you're going to get the opportunity to speak about this. Yes, they have been going for walks in nature. They're spending time with children. They're probably like coaching a football team, or like working on rehabilitating street urchins, working on an orphanage or something like that orphanage. There is somebody that they are friends with, like um this person, like a very tall person that they're in contact with, like a caretaker or like um the tree. The tree is divine feminine, or also something that has come up a lot recently, this tree and this house. But I covered the house quite a bit, so I'm going to keep shuffling. There's this tree, they've been sitting and meditating under, spending some alone time, possibly a tree that they've had since a very young age, or a vicinity, something to do with a lot of trees. They go to that vicinity. They're getting messages from the sky, man. Like, they're getting guidance from the sky, like the clouds, like the sky is speaking to them. We're throwing like 144, as I said that on the clock. Mm. Like the omens are like we had the clouds here, like that sunlight passing through, like this. Oh, wow. So, like, I was reading about the ancient Sumerian gods, and the uh, Anu, I think, yes. Anu is the sky god, is he's masculine, the divine masculine, and there were seven gods, right? Mesopotamian, Sumerian gods, the ones who connected with the ancient aliens, Anunnaki, and then Inanna was the divine feminine counterpart, which is the tree. I didn't know it was going to go like, oh wow. Like I was so lost in trying to connect it to the person that I had asked for this. I had asked for this in this reading. I had asked for this in my next reading, that please give me something. I had asked for the sky and the tree to be there and the moon to be there at the bottom of the deck. Like, I had asked for this. So this is a sign. So I am definitely assured that this is going to shift. Um, this is going to gain momentum. You and your person, this connection between you and your person is going to gain momentum at full moon. At full moon, definitely there's going to be communication coming up. uh yeah, somewhere around 8 days, or the 8th of the month, or 8th of the moon Pisces season. uh Timestamps don't matter, but the connection is moving really fast forward. The energy of the connection, the connected energy, is moving fast forward. This full moon, congratulations, the Inanna, the divine feminine, and also in tarot, uh, oracle cards, basically the moon is divine feminine. So the divine, yeah, so there's a lot of divine feminine energy here, and it's like it's being pursued. like the divine masculine is pursuing or going towards this letter is coming through this house. Look at that. You cannot like the ring. We have a ring. Okay, like you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it energetically, whether or not it actually happens, it doesn't matter. You're going to see this in visions. Y'all are going to see this relationship. Y'all are going to, if on the night of the full moon, if you ask, if you ask where is my divine masculine, they will be facing where the location where wherever they are in the world, they will be looking at a way to make, like if you go through the search history or the GPS, this thing, whatever it is, like they, or if you access their mind telepathically, they will just be thinking about rushing forwards towards your home, where they knew the last place that you stayed, or like your family home or ancestral home, because there's a castle here, like so that coming up, this letter that they have written and hidden in a natural setting, and it's guard, like look at this, the wolf is guarded, it's kept like it's written in hand, and it's not in, like it's probably in like a locker or something, and they're in this house that they've built, and it's a very natural setting, like their technology is there, but it's it's like off the grid. They have fi- fixed a place off the grid for themselves, and they possibly haven't they've kept it a secret, because the moon is about secrets, keeping something secret as well, and the moon card was there in the previous reading. So your person is keeping this location and whatever they're doing over there very secret, but they definitely have something over there, a built up or house, or maybe an abandoned house, and they have some kind of locker or cupboard or something where they've kept this letter, and they know that it's safe, and they've probably known about this place for a very very long time. And like if you like if you ask for like locations, like where what is my person thinking about right now on the night of the full moon, they are going to be continuously thinking about coming towards you full force. Even if they get there or not, doesn't matter. You're going to know what is, if you sit down and meditate in the full moon energies, akashic records, hold a pen and paper or a diary in your hands and access the akashic records of this letter, you're going to be automatically writing out the contents of this letter. If you ask for the location of this house, you are going to get within um, a 1 kilometer radius. I know that is far, but you're going to know. You're going to know where this house is. Like you can close in very clearly. You're going to see the faces of these street urchins, orphans, and this caretaker. You're going to see this tree. This tree will speak to you 100%. And this is a tree that they have poured all of their, like its emotions, sentiments, and experiences to. Like this is like an old tree. They they might have done it probably very few times consciously, but this is the frequent visit. This vicinity is a frequent visit. They have sat under this tree when they were young, uh, or in their 20s. That was 20s, 25, when they were 25. And like they have been writing this letter to the love of their life since they were 27. Y'all could have been around each other when y'all were 20, when y'all were 24, 25. um y'all could be 32 or 32 or 36, in the age range of 32, 32, 34, 36. Yeah, so you, like y'all are gonna know where this tree is. Y'all are gonna be able to find out the location of this tree or what they have said to this tree, like the contents of this letter. And this letter was possibly years before they y'all were actually properly introduced to each other. And they've been getting omens of meeting you for almost 6 years from the skies. Like there have been good omens for your union and coming together, um like from the skies, and they've always had this ring ready for you, and they have had this very powerful um jinn, it's like they're like Aladdin with this lamp, and there's this genie, um
It's 4 o'clock.
and the only wish like they asked had was like in this lifetime, especially the divine masculine counterpart energy that I've been channeling for the last 2 or 3 days. The divine masculine is a very rare situation. The three scenarios that I described in my previous uh, videos, the three scenarios. You are a star seed, and your person has been a human soul, right? Ancient human soul. So the only thing that they ever asked for in this last lifetime was like, I want to marry this. And even if you're not the starseed, the divine masculine counterpart, if it's not that person, anybody, like your person, the only wish like they asked this genie, this entity, this spirit guide, only thing that they've ever asked for, like, let me meet my beloved, is, and they probably have a ring or some kind of jewelry, that they've always wanted to give you is ring, like they want a marriage proposal. This is like a complete marriage proposal thing. Yeah, lilies, flowers. Yeah, marriage proposal. They've always wanted to marry the one and only, and now they know that the one and only, and then be there in the happily ever after kind of a thing. And it's taken quite a while to get there. And it's now that they not only remember that that was their only wish in this lifetime, again for the millionth time, and but now for the first time they like see it very clearly, because the dark night of the soul has ended. So now there's so much clarity, and they just remember, like, this is it. This, your person is like, this is the one, this is the one, this is the one. And like I keep like hearing it over and over again. Oh, awesome. It's 2 hours and 13 minutes. It was great doing this reading, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.